Victoria Leith. I'm the head of corporate membership and accreditation with the AC, and I'm joined by Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah Berry and I'm a coordinator in the corporate membership and accreditation team. Today we're just going to spend a few minutes showing you how to make the most of your membership at the AC. We are going to talk through all of the member benefits, and then I'm going to do a demo to show you where to get them on the website, and then we're also going to briefly touch on accreditation with the AC too.
Awesome, so let's get started. About the AC, if you didn't already know, the AC started in 2002 by the fabulous Catherine Tulper, CEO and co-founder, and also Alex Szabo. We're an independent, not-for-profit professional body for the whole of coaching, not just for coaches. Since inception, we've always had a corporate membership. We work and partner with our corporate members and leader coach members to help you achieve your objectives and help you embed a coaching culture in the organisation, and also develop coaching talent within the organisation too. So values with the AC, you can see there from the right hand side, we've got contribution. Contribution sits at the heart of the AC. We've got over 300 contributors across the globe, all contributing various different roles, articles. We'll talk a little bit later on about how to get involved as well. Of course, excellence and mastery and impact. Again, we'll touch on something within the corporate membership space around Leader Coach. The AC is really pioneering Leader Coach membership and accreditation for people in organisations that are coaching in the workplace to be recognised. So yes, definitely pioneering, always community spirit and having a coach approach. So yeah, that's a little bit about the AC. I touched on the global presence there of the AC. You might be surprised to know that we've got over 20 plus regional teams across the globe, and we have many contributors. As I say, there's people on the ground in all of these regions that you can see here, all helping to grow and promote the AC, but also serve you as members, helping to put on ongoing professional development events, co-coaching forums, and there's lots of ways for you to engage and even help out with that if you want to. Again, we'll talk a little bit about that later on in the session today. But yeah, you can see all of the regions here. Do connect with your local regional leadership team. They'd love to hear from you. And yeah, really just dive in. You absolutely can attend any events that are going on, whether it's in your local region or right the way across the other side of the world. So we always refer to ourselves here, Hannah, don't we, as the One AC. We really are the One AC. So dive in and connect with any of the regions. So we're going to look at corporate membership benefits. What's included is hopefully what you want to hear, and that's what we're going to serve you today with. This is a visual snapshot of all of the membership benefits at the AC. We're going to talk about some specifics, but you've got everything on a one-page slide here. We've got all of the hyperlinks in here as well. So you've got this to look back on, and you can click, and that will directly take you to what you're looking at here. Again, we'll talk about this in more detail, but things like CPD, continuous professional development events, there's so much of a variety of these. There's something for everybody. Things like live coaching demos where you get to be a fly on the wall and watch somebody using a particular coaching model or coaching approach. We have things like group supervision experience calls for people that want to tap into, gaining more supervision, or whether you're on your accreditation journey, looking to get that supervision in for your accreditation. It's also best practice for that supervision piece as well. We've got the digital learning hub. Well, it's so much on-demand CPD. We recognise that people like yourselves may have a day job as well, and might not be able to get to the live events. So there's a lot of CPD on demand for you to watch in your own time as well. Standards and excellence piece. So we've got a range of publications. Coaching Perspectives Quarterly Magazine, which is digital. We've got a couple of journals as well. Philosophy of Coaching Journal, which is biannual. And this is really from the coaching practitioner lens. Anybody can get involved and and write an article for the philosophy of coaching. We've also got coaching, the AC's academic journal of theory, research, and practice. That's the science and underpinned research journal. So if anybody also wants to get involved with that, please get in touch. We do kind of say to members, get involved. Do get involved. There's a lot of ways to get involved. Again, we've got a little bit of an ending slide if you want to learn more about that. The Global Code of Ethics, do take a look at that and head over and have a quick read of that. There's a couple of resource places as well. We've got the Ethical Supervision Resources place. So if you come across maybe an ethical dilemma in your coaching, you can head over there for help and support. And we do also have a new coaches hub, obviously for new coaches out there that are learning. And do feed into us if anyone's got some great resources. We're looking to build this out as well. And then the global connection piece, back to the One AC, we have a couple of platforms like AC Connect. Hannah's going to give a little bit of a demo and navigation on things like that in a little bit. But we've got an online member directory for you to connect and reach out to others, and also lots of forums to get involved in. So I'm going to hand over to Hannah to talk a little bit about getting started.
So hopefully it's become clear that there's lots of benefits out there, but the tricky thing might be actually accessing them. So a big thing we want to get through today is actually how you get hold of these and get using them. We're also really mindful that we're all kind of time poor, and especially a lot of our corporate members, maybe coaching isn't their main job and it's an add-on to their day-to-day. So it's about how you can get the most of your membership with the time that you have. So I'm going to do a demo after we have talked through some of the specific member benefits, and I'll also sign in and show you where the events page is and the digital learning hub. So you should come away from this feeling very able and confident in making sure you can get hold of the fun bits. I'll show you how to sign in, and in terms of signing in, you will have been set up with your organization email address. Now that is your username. And if you'll have also been sent a temporary password. If you cannot remember that temporary password, then you can use your organization email address, which is also your username, to reset your password. However, if after trying that you're still having issues, please do contact us at the email address shown here, so corporate@associationforcoaching.com. And that's where you can get hold of us for any kind of queries you have around your membership. But it's worth highlighting that to register for any events and also get hold of the Digital Learning Hub, webinars, etc., you do need to be signed in. We get a lot of queries saying that someone can't access them and they just haven't signed in. So signing in is definitely the first hurdle. So hopefully at the very least you can sign in after this session.
Definitely a top tip there, everyone. Yeah. So this is a little bit of a snapshot about the different types of member benefit events that are available to you. And what do we mean by member benefit? It's part of your membership. It's completely free to attend. I won't talk about all of these in detail, but you've got a bit of a snapshot here. We've put some URL links in as well. You can also click on the buttons on the side, which will take you to, for example, the corporate events. That will be all of the upcoming latest corporate events. Again, similarly, you can click on the member benefit events, and that will be all of those events that are completely free of charge for you to access as part of your membership. And again, with group supervision tasters. But we do have across the year a wide variety of events, and we also have some really nice corporate coaching in the workplace specific webinar series and roundtables. So do kind of get involved, sign up, register. We also do send corporate monthly roundups to pinpoint new events that are kind of upcoming for that particular month. So do watch out for those corporate roundups, because that will also be spotlighting which events are coming up soon as well. So dive in very quickly into some of these events. Co-coaching is one of the biggest benefits, I think, for members. I know Hannah and I were talking about this a little bit earlier, weren't we, Hannah? What is co-coaching? Yeah, go for it, Hannah.
No, I was going to say, one of the nice things about my role at the AC is I was actually an individual member before I started working at the AC. And so when I'm doing my demo, I'll go to the areas I found as a member that were really helpful for me. But one of the events that I found most helpful is the co-coaching. And honestly, I was a little bit nervous to begin with for joining my first session, but they were so well facilitated, and it's a really good value add session where you got to meet and work with coaches of all different experience levels. And I came away really glad that I'd kind of pushed past my fear and joined some. So really recommend recommend trying to get to some of these, and there's loads of them on. And definitely worth noting, you'll see that they're kind of region specific a lot of the time. So, for example, there might be one in London or Edinburgh. You don't have to live in that area to attend that event. It's just an extra way you might meet people locally. But for example, there isn't one in Rutland where I live, but I joined one, I think, for like the Birmingham area. So don't feel limited that it's not in your physical location. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, Hannah talked a little bit about nervousness there, and we do hear that sometimes as well, especially if you're a new coach. But this really is a safe space to connect with fellow coaches on a similar journey. It's a three-way learning opportunity, so you'll kind of come together in a plenary, and then you'll move into breakout rooms and play coachy, and also get that all important observer feedback as well. It's a psychologically safe space. Everybody's there for the same reason, to hone their skills and their approach. So have a go. They'd love to see you, and we've got some amazing facilitators to put you at ease. Hannah talked a little bit about some of the different regional locational ones, and we've got a bit of a visual here about some of the niche co-coaching forums that we have. So we do have internal coaching and leadership co-coaching, health and social care, various different kind of types of forums. So do watch this space for something that interests you. This is a little bit about the Learning Hub. Hannah will share a little bit more how to navigate to that. You can see on the right-hand side there, we've got some various different themes and topics. Again, there's such an array to tap into, and we're really excited about the Corporate Learning Hub. This is something that will hopefully be coming out summer of 2025, and it's a curated space for corporate members. So everything that's relevant to coaching in the workplace will all be in a one-stop shop, whether it's something like team coaching, thought leadership, coaching approaches and tools. It'll all be together thematically, so it'll just be kind of hopefully easy to navigate your way around the Learning Hub as well. We do have the podcast channel. Again, this is just an example of some of the podcasts that we've had. Have a listen. We get some great speakers. Listen at your own kind of pace as well. I know people sometimes might listen at lunch or maybe walking the dog. Hannah, I know
Uh,
when
they're
you
really,
get a chance, what do you do?
they're really good quality podcasts, I've got to say, and they're so regular. So and on a whole host of topics. So if I've got some time gardening is when I listen to podcasts. I will go in and scroll through the recent ones and pick a topic that's spoken about that is relevant and resonates with me and listen to that. So the number on there is huge. So you won't struggle to find something with a topic that interests you and would be helpful for you. So I really recommend the podcast channel.
Yeah, absolutely. AC Connect. So this is our member-only, member-led community platform. This is where you can connect across the globe with all of the coaches. We've got various different community groups as well. So again, it's all about creating and shaping your own journey with the AC. Each member can create their own kind of journey with us, and connect with various different community groups, different threads, different themes. So really do shape this and make it your own. Go on, have a look, connect. We do have a couple of tips around AC Connect, which again Hannah can show us very briefly, but do sign into your account. It's a single sign on, so it's exactly the same as your membership sign on. Do update your AC Connect profile. You can see on the circle image there, we've got a visual. Click on that and kind of update your profile, maybe what your interests are. And then once you're logged in, we've got a getting started, and we do have an AC Connect demo to watch and take a look at the community groups and join one and start connecting with fellow members. I'm going to hand over to Hannah. I'm going to stop sharing the slides.
Let me share my screen. So this is what the sign-in page looks like. Username, which will be your organization email address. You can change that once you logged in the first time, and then your password, which will send out a temporary password, which we recommend you log in and change to something more individual to you, so you can sign in. So the first place I would always recommend going is this end tab here, learning and events, and the events calendar. So this will show every single event that we've got upcoming. So this is what it looks like. This will then show you every single upcoming event, and there are a lot. You can see 11 pages worth of upcoming events. Now, if you want to get a bit more specific, these are a way you can filter them. So I would recommend filtering on AC member benefits. So that's every single upcoming event that is completely complimentary to you. So it's also worth saying that as a member, even if something is a paid for event, you get a member price. So you're not going to pay full price for anything. You're always going to get at least your membership price, and then all of your member benefits are completely complimentary. So you can see here, again, a lot of complimentary events coming up. And you're signed in. So if you wanted to register for one, say you want to navigate neurodivergent burnout, sounds interesting, simply click on it and register. And it's simple as that. The other filter that I would use is the corporate one. So these are events that might specifically be of interest to our corporate members. So again, you can see all of those down here. So have a scroll through. I know, again, as a member, I used to periodically come in, have a look what might interest me, register, get it in my calendar. And it's worth saying that even if you can't attend in person but are interested, it's still worth registering, and then we send out the recording afterwards. Okay, the next place I'm going to head to is the Digital Learning Hub. We've spent a lot of time and energy on our Digital Learning Hub recently, and it's now a really, really great resource. So this is what our Digital Learning Hub looks like. There is so much content on here. So again, the place I would go first is member benefit. Everything under here you can watch on demand, and it's completely complimentary. So say you've got a spare hour on your lunch break and you want to watch a webinar, you can see here that there is, for example, you're interested in health and wellbeing conversations. You can view all of the webinars that fall under this category, and you'll soon see how many different webinars we have on here that are completely complimentary. Kind of endless, really. So it's even worth just spending 10 minutes to see what's out there and maybe make a note of some of them that are of interest to you. And then, like I said, you've got an hour lunch break and you fancy doing a bit of personal development, this is a great place to come. Okay, the last place I'm going to go to is our AC Connect. So this is up the top here, and it looks a bit different to our main page, but you can get back to our main site here. So you'll see I am still signed in as me. It's just the one sign in. And on here, you can get involved and connect with all of the other members. So you'll see all of the threads that are currently ongoing, and use this to connect, meet people, ask questions. There's lots of interesting topics on here, and you can change your preferences so you get sent email updates or not. Again, that's can be personalized to you. So they were the 3 places I wanted to show you to. So you've got your on the main site, both of the events calendar and the Digital Learning Hub, and you can access the podcast on the Digital Learning Hub, as well as on Spotify, etc. And then the third place is AC Connect up here. So they're the areas on our website where you can get hold of the vast majority of your member benefits. Right, I'm going to stop sharing.
Awesome. Thank you, Hannah. So we're nearly there, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us. We've got a kind of top tips as a takeaway from listening to Hannah and I for a few minutes. Log in, update your membership profile. I'd also add as well, update your address, because as Hannah just talked about there, the communications that you'll be getting are based on your region. So do update your membership profile, update your address. dive in, register for an event. If there's something that sparks your, your interest or appetite, register, dive in and have a go. Continue your professional development journey with the AC via the Learning Hub. If you can't register for an event, watch something on demand, whether it's a webinar like Hannah's just showed us, or whether it's a podcast. Kind of just dive into that development piece. Connect with fellow members. You know, if you've got a question or if there's something, a burning question, somebody else will, I'm sure, have that same question. So connect with others, introduce yourself, and start your network within the coaching community. Practice and develop your coaching skills on a co-coaching forum. As Hannah talked about, we've got these are usually on, you know, every day or every other day. There'll be something near you, whether it's virtual or even face-to-face. So do check out what's coming up in the co-coaching space, and hop onto a group supervision taster. We have
Yeah,
these.
it's worth saying, Vic, that they're super popular. We do them regularly, but do look ahead and see when they're upcoming and get yourself registered. They're very, very popular. And if you can't get hold onto one, there's an email address to contact on the event page to let them know that you'd really like to get onto one.
Absolutely. Another top tip, if you are interested in getting on your accreditation journey, is take a look at the type of scheme that you're interested in getting accredited in and download the documents, make a start. You don't have to do it all in one go. And yeah, have a look at what you need to do and reach out if you need any help or support, and get involved. For those of you that are interested in AC accreditation, we've got various different types of schemes. We can see here the minimum criteria for some of those schemes. So we've got coach accreditation, leader coach accreditation. The recognised accelerated pathway is for people that may have already been through an accreditation scheme with ICF or EMCC. So it's a fast track process. We're recognised that you've been through that rigorous process. Coach supervisor and supervisor accreditation, and also one of the AC's latest accreditation schemes, team coach accreditation. If anybody needs any help or support about which scheme is right for them, there are lots of different levels within these schemes. Do reach out and get in touch. We do also have events around these as well. And one good point to remember is you do get preferential rates as a corporate member. It depends what type of band you are. But do reach out to the corporate team just to double check what your preferential rates are, whether that is for a course accreditation in your organisation or whether it's for your own personal individual accreditation. Just reach out and we'll make sure that that discount gets applied. We do have a refer a friend, so if there's anybody that you know, whether they're an individual or whether they're an organisation that's interested in coaching, or they might be interested in learning more about the AC, you and the person that you refer will get a little bit of a goodie, and you'll get to choose a complimentary on-demand webinar series. So do share that with your network. Thanks for listening, everyone. So the key takeaway is dive in, have a go. If you need any help or support, please do reach out to us at corporate at Association for Coaching. And just to let you know, we do have a lot of information in the appendix, whether it's about getting involved. We've got a full long list of member benefits, more information about hubs and regional teams and to connect in with them, and some useful links. So thanks for listening to us, and we'll see you hopefully on maybe an event soon. Take care. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.